Sooners keep that hot summer going as they picked up 4-star corner Jasiah Wagoner today when he committed to Oklahoma. Let's talk a little bit about that here in a couple of seconds. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, talking OU football, college football, and sports in general. We're going to dive right into Jasiah Wagoner, 4-star corner, committing to Oklahoma. Before we start, though, hop in the comments. Let me know what you think about this commitment. Do you think that Brent Venables and Jay Valai are doing a good job? Who else are you excited to see? Who do you want to see a video breakdown on? Hit me up in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. So, of course, Jay Valai was the main guy on here. I talked about it in this video before about how excited I was about them picking up Valai from Alabama to come to the Sooners as the co-defensive coordinator and cornerbacks coach. This is another big move by him. So the ratings on Jasiah Wagoner here is 4-star corner. 24/7 has him about 24th on their consensus. Number 2 in Washington. On 3 has him about 27 on theirs. So he's roughly in the 20s for just about every single rating system. And by good measure, the kid's really good. His measurables point out here at 5'11", 170-ish, probably give or take a few pounds. And out of Spanaway, Washington, playing at Spanaway Lake High School. So he's coming from the other side of the country where we had Lewis Carter last week, and I'll talk about him in a couple videos coming up soon. Oklahoma's recruiting everywhere. And that is a good thing. You want your team to be built with the best players, regardless of where they come from. You also want to get the best ones in your state. We'll talk about that another day. But some of the things that jumped out to me was, first off, why he picked Oklahoma. So he feels like this is the best place to develop him as a player and a man. He thinks that Coach Valai will teach and develop and get him in the right spots to do everything he needs to be successful. And if he's willing to work his butt off, yeah. Valai, Schmitty's going to have him in great shape. Venables is going to definitely lead him because he's a leader of men. And he also mentioned that BV being a man of faith and a man of God really jumped out to him. And honestly, amen, brother. If that's what makes you happy, if that's what you're looking for, if that's the foundation you're going after, I love that you picked Coach Venables of any other coach. Because a lot of coaches say that's their foundation. And we all know that really with BV, it's a definite. The others, you know, it could be, could not be. But I know with Brent Venables, this is definitely his foundation. And they'll do a really good job of leading these young men. The soul mission and all of that, that tells me that he's wanting to develop his full-fledged character and just be the best person he possibly can be. I love that. I love that being a reason to want to go to a school. There's a few things that jump out. First off, standard build of a corner, 5'11", 170. I mean, they're all basically built around the same. He's not really that big, not that small. He's about the size that you typically get a lot of corners. And he's feisty, so he looks like he's the corner type. So it could be that he's not 6 feet tall, so he's going to put a little extra in there. But the thing that jumped out to me is kind of like a couple of other defenders that I have done videos on, is he tackles. Like he wraps up. He hits. He goes after you. Even with his stature at 170, he's going after these big running backs, and he's going right at the legs. He's not trying to tackle them with his arms. He's not trying to grab and go up top and pull down. He's going low, shoulder in, boom, grab the legs, pull them down. So he's a tackler. I love that, especially from smaller defenders. In theory, he'll bulk up and get bigger. I watched some of his workout videos. It looks like he is serious about his gains. He'll probably finish out at closer to 200. He'll be a nice size NFL corner, which is what you want to be. But he hits. That's the thing that jumped out the most to me. Super feisty. And he's a return man. So in his highlights, you can see on Huddle, he actually returned the ball on a regular basis in high school. So that means that he can find the holes. If he's finding the holes for himself, he can find the holes for running backs. He can hit them. And as I said before, Sooner fans, I know you like the idea of defenders that actually wrap up a lot. That was one complaint I know a lot of people said for years. You're going to see a different defense here in comparison. You're going to see a lot of wrapping up, force technique, muscle memory. And I think he's one of those players that will provide that exact same thing. Now, he had hands like a wide receiver. And I hope they stay that way. But it feels like with most corners, they don't. It's just one of those things. You don't ever stay with hands. And that's okay. Not going to fight, argue, be even mad about that. But the good thing is that he does have some good hands. So with that, shout out to Jasiah Wagner. Welcome to Oklahoma. We're excited to have you come in next year. Keep grinding out in high school. We'll see you next fall. Or if you decide to enroll early, we'll see you in the spring at the spring game. So this actually moves Oklahoma up to number 8 on 24/7's composite rating for their team. Just for their rating on the teams. Rivals, it moves Oklahoma into their top 10 now. And then on 3, they're at number 11. So Sooners are trekking up. And they still got a couple more recruits that are supposed to commit this week. So that hot July is continuing for the Sooners. Fantastic job. I love to see it. So if y'all got any questions, hit your boy up. Definitely leave me a comment in down here in the comments and let me know what you think about Jasiah Wagner coming to Oklahoma. I'm excited. I hope you are too. And thanks for tuning in. We'll chop it up with y'all in a few days. Peace.